You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is out, and we got the Simmons clan here. JoJo.
Part of them.
Angela, Vanessa.
Hey, good morning.
How are y'all?
Good, doing good.
Y'all don't get tired of being around each other professionally and personally all the time?
I honestly don't get to see them enough.
I was going to say, I feel like we're not around each other enough. So no,
They're
not
annoying
really.
Because I'm on the West Coast. They're
We're
out here on
annoying.
the East.
Y'all always going through what y'all going through, so they're annoying.
What? JoJo, don't act like you're not going through nothing either.
But what I'm saying is they always got like I don't know. We're here because we're promoting the show Growing Up Hip Hop that comes on Thursdays every night and at 9 o'clock. And I'm always gonna patch stuff up with these two. So it's like being around them sometimes for me is like, oh man.
He told me the
that
other day I
bad.
couldn't talk about nothing. He was like, "You coming to hang out with me? You can't say nothing about
Nothing, because when they bring each other up,
Right,
I tell
they
myself,
talk
yo, don't
about
bring
each
up
other.
Angela when I'm with you.
I just asked
And
for
don't bring
opinions.
up Vanessa when
Nothing
I'm
like
with you.
that.
I get headaches hearing about, well, Angela did this, and then Vanessa did this. I get headaches. I had to quit house the other day. Like,
He
what's
really
wrong
did.
with this?
So when you mean say nothing, you mean don't tell me nothing that's going on between them two?
I don't want to
About
know.
us.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to
Got
know.
you.
'Cause they
Do you
always
give
got
good
something going
advice, though?
He does.
Patch it
I'm
up.
forever young.
He really does.
I've been seeing that on the show. It's like, when did you become the go-to guy for your sisters, man? Especially when it comes to like relationships.
I became the go-to guy because of all the things that I've been through in life and all the criticism and stuff that's been happening to me that I think that I just learned a lot through those times for me. So I just think that I have really good advice for people because I know what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And just navigating through life. And I think the morals that our father taught us as well, that sticks with us for the rest of our life.
It must be nice having all the little cousins playing together with each other.
It is,
too,
though.
though.
It's amazing seeing them grow up together.
Seriously.
It's the cutest thing ever.
When
Well,
you say
let's
you've
get
been through a lot of stuff, do you mean like the social media?
Social media.
Bullying.
Yeah. Everybody, it's no secret that a lot of people bullied me a lot for years, for like sometimes for no fucking reason, no reason
Yeah.
at all. I was just being me, and it was like, he's lame, he's corny, he's this, and it was like, so that's what I mean with like personal things that I've been through, that I just know that it made me such a stronger person that I just give great advice now, because like nothing can bother me no more. Like
Who'd you go to for advice?
myself.
Why? When you got Reverend as a dad?
Because you gotta
You
realize when
go in the bathroom, sit on the tub.
That's the problem. I'm gonna tell you, JoJo. That's the problem with guys. You see how your sisters will come to you and vent and talk and want to talk, and you just talking to yourself.
I think
Sometimes
that's how
you-
guys deal with it though.
I
Yeah,
go to
but
therapy now, sir.
That's what
You go
causes.
to therapy?
Every Friday, 3
I can't
o'clock,
do
baby.
therapy.
That's what causes those issues, though.
therapy's
It's
good.
not having anybody to talk to because you don't gotta handle all your problems yourself. It really does help to have people that love you and care about you to kind of bounce things off of and release that.
I never went to them for advice, but they would still come to me and talk to me, and you know what I'm saying,
Give
try to-
advice
yeah,
without
give
you
advice without me
asking.
asking for it. So
Yeah.
not that I wasn't
That's
getting
me.
it, I just wasn't asking for it.
Unsolicited
you know what I'm saying?
advice.
So what challenges are y'all facing, Angela and Vanessa?
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I mean, it's life. A lot
Yeah.
of things and relationships and, stuff.
Sometimes siblings have friction, and we
That's
were trying
not
to work together.
that's the least of my
again,
problems.
and-
Those relate like sibling problems. We
Yeah, I
good.
can check it out on Growing Up Hip Hop though on
There's a
Thursdays.
lot of-
There's a lot of little.
Petty things
Bickering.
going on.
Well, yeah, let's talk about some of the little sibling issues that you guys have. Because you guys used to be so much closer, like working on pastry together, having businesses together. And I know
What
you guys
looking at me like that for?
are trying to relaunch, a business now. So I'm so confused at what is causing y'all to have this friction with each other.
It's not friction. I feel like it's just growing pains. I mean, I feel like in life, like I was like, 18 when we started that business. We both have grown a lot, you know what I mean? And we both have a lot of different things going on. So maybe that causes somewhat of a friction because we don't have the same ideas. We don't want to do exactly the same things. Some of them are parallel, but then some of them are different things,
And then balancing is a lot, like both being mothers, being on opposite coasts. So like a lot of times we pass each other, like doesn't really link up all the time.
So is this a separation thing, like a out of sight, out of mind, so to speak?
No, because we
What?
talk like
Okay.
all the
all the
time.
time, every week. We're talking to each other, texting each other, FaceTime each
Watch
other.
the show.
The kids are FaceTiming, so like we're still close in that sense. But I guess the business part, which you'll see on,
Did pastry money change things between y'all?
No,
Changed them. It changed them.
It
It changed them,
them.
bro. It changed them, man. They got Hollywood,
Yeah,
man.
a $50 million company. I mean, that's a lot of bread.
It didn't change us.
So you guys are going to start this business together, though.
I don't know.
See?
We'll see. We're working it out.
You see what I'm talking about?
What happened with pastry? Did it like?
He's so upset about pastry.
Watch the show. Y'all
It
find
seems
out
like every
everything.
few months I do ask about pastry. Like, whatever happened to pastry?
We're gonna have to get Charlamagne a pair of some pastries, you heard?
Pastry men.
Is it coming back?
It's like Fashion Nova men, right?
I guess
Did
there
you
are
just
things on the
compare
show you
pastry?
guys should watch.
There are things coming up, so we'll see. There might be a possibility, but that's all up in the air still.
Now, your other sister, That was an issue on the show as well. Angela,
Darian,
yeah,
yes.
you and Darian, are you guys still not messing with each other like that?
I mean, you just don't always see eye to eye with somebody. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like things are perfect, but sometimes you just need space, whether it be family and friends, and sometimes just discussing it with the person doesn't always help if you're not seeing eye to eye, and you have to just allow that space and hopefully come back around. I don't like it, but you know, it's just where it's at, and there's nothing I can do about that.
And
You
she
ever thought
took
about putting hands on her?
Shut up.
I don't want to fight.
Okay.
No.
That's your sister, though. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not about to fight.
Angela be
It's just
fronting.
not-
Angela's so gutter queens, and she be acting so like, I don't want to
I
do
got
this.
queens in me. It'll
She's
come out
gutter.
if it needs to,
Angela's
but
gutter, y'all.
I'm not about to fight my sister. Like, not at
Nah,
all.
that's not
I would
gonna
just rather a little distance, breathing space, and when you're ready to have a grown-up conversation, we can come back around to discussing it. But other than that, I'm just going to back up. I don't want no negative energy around me.
Well, Darian did take to social media, actually, after you guys had your conversation, and she had some negative things to say about you.
Right.
Did you talk
oh,
to her
nah,
after
you got
that?
to put hands on it. Come on now. You going
She
to
said
take
you were
family
fake.
issues to social media?
Yeah, but that's just her being upset and her talking out of anger and her being quick with her. I don't even know why she did it. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't a time or a place. And no matter how upset you are at somebody that's family, you don't do that. You don't go and paint a picture that you have in your head about somebody and put it out there like that. But I don't even respond to stuff like that because to me, it's like, it is what it is. Like,
Right.
I'm going to talk to you directly and then that's it after that. I'm not even going to make a big deal about it.
Now,
There's
I'm
never
sure,
even been a shoving match in the Simmons household?
I'm sure Diggy
Look, I'm
and
really trying to
JoJo.
think now. Maybe, bro, did you
Yeah.
guys? I don't.
Brothers do that
fight?
all the time, though.
Who would win in that fight, JoJo?
I mean,
when
I was, see, Diggy and Russie are close in age, so I would like ref it. You know, I would watch them.
you would set up like a
And, but
fight?
I was so foul because Diggy was always obviously bigger than Russie, and so I would like tag team Diggy. Like if he beating up Russie,
Where was I
I'd
for
run
these
in
fights?
and I start throwing Diggy around and stuff like that. So I mean, we would play around like that, but not like really fight.
Serious.
you know
Sometimes
what I'm
those
saying?
play fights turn serious.
But
though.
between them two, it always did because they're so close in age.
They were so
They
little.
were
They were so
crazy.
young.
Russie and Diggy were crazy growing up. Like fighting wise, they were crazy.
That's boys, yeah.
They're boys though. You know how it goes.
Now,
Man, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of drama in your life also happened like during the course of doing this show. Was it hard for you to be able to have to talk about some of those things? Like,
You know what? At first, because I was going through so much in that first like 2 years between the relationship, baby, engagement, all of this stuff, it was a lot. But I was trying to be as transparent as possible with keeping myself together. And now I'm in like a better space where I'm like, okay, I finally got it together and I understand that what I went through only made me stronger. So I like being open, you know, and I'm being as open as possible. And then you keep some stuff to yourself because you're not about to share every last detail that you got going on. But I do share it because I know there are other females and young women going through similar situations. So it's always good to know that it's not perfect on this side. You know what I mean? Like everyone thinks that just because you have fame or you may have success that you just got everything, and that's not the case.
Yeah, I saw you discussing the scrutiny from having a child out of wedlock, but I was like, do people care? Like,
Yeah, they
they
do.
was on you like that?
Attacking me on my timeline. You had a kid out of wedlock, and it's like, yeah. I mean, like obviously, my goal was to wait. Remember, we had that conversation,
Run's
and
house,
they always haunt me about that we had that conversation. But and
You see
then
how she did that? The conversation.
they do. But for me, it's like it is what it is. It happened. I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. I was just discussing where I was at in my life at that point. And things change all the time, and so it changed, and that's what it was.
yeah, for all you guys, the added pressure of having Reverend Run as your father.
Oh, that's a whole different thing, yeah.
It is
I
definitely a
never
lot of
understood the
pressure.
thing about perfection, though. It's not like you were trying to be perfect. You were just
I was being
living life.
honest, yeah.
You had a plan.
It didn't
Plans
fall through.
change, and what?
They still be
happens
mad,
sometimes.
and it's like, I don't know why you mad. I'm chilling. You could be mad. You could sit there and talk crazy on my timeline. I don't care.
Well,
did
you
you-
always had Romeo, at least.
I want to get to that. What did you learn about? What did you learn about making plans for your life? Like when you had it all planned out. Like I'm gonna abstain from sex until I get married.
Plans
When-
don't always work. And you can't, like, you could plan, but God sometimes has another plan, or your actions are going to, have your plan change drastically. I think it's just about being open, doing your best, living day to day, not living and planning too far out. Obviously, with success, you have to, but like, personally, things change. People come in and out your life. People change, and you just have to be willing to accept that. And I've got to the point where I'm like, okay, you are who you are, and I'm just going to accept you for who you are, and that's it. Because you can't change people. So that's kind of where I'm at with
Were
it.
you disappointed in yourself?
No, I think at first I was, and I have a life coach, and I've done counseling, and I realized that I can't be mad at myself. Because if you sit there and you harbor that, it only makes you sick. So it's like, okay, it happened. It's over. I freaking love and adore my son. He's amazing. And it's only made me a stronger person. So I'm not mad at myself.
Well, why did you guys break up?
There's many reasons. I don't even want to fully get into that. But
He was dipping his hand in other pastry jars.
could be that, could be other things. It just was enough to not be in the relationship anymore. And it just didn't make sense for me. And I want my son to grow up in a happy, positive environment. You know, it really affects them, especially at 1. You know, you don't want them around anything that's going to make them grow up the way they shouldn't. So I'm just really sensitive to my child and the energy that's around him.
Now, those headlines look crazy. I'd be like, okay, they reaching. They'd be like, Angela Simmons is a single mom.
Okay, so it's a lot of people.
Yes, it's like dramatic.
Like she was the first one to ever be a single mom, right?
That's exactly what it
But
be. And I was
Vanessa
just like,
had to go through that as well,
First.
even though you're still together.
I still go through it. I still get hate on my timeline. But I mean, what can you do besides live your life and do the best you can and keep it moving? They're not in my life every day. So at the end of the day, their comments really don't matter.
It's such a double standard because then you see like JoJo wasn't really.
JoJo's a single dad.
I mean, I'm not though. That's the thing. Like, I'm with the mother of my child, and we've been together since the first time I did an interview here. I've been with the same, you know what I'm saying? So,
dope.
my whole thing is like, I like you said, it's like double standard. They don't really
Yeah.
come to me that much, but the women do be up to like, put a ring on it. Like, anytime I be like, oh, happy anniversary, babe. Why you ain't been married?
But it's so
been
different though
9
because
years.
you don't get the level of scrutiny
Nah, I don't get the scrutiny though, but you know,
that they
certain
get.
people.
Are you planning to get married?
Of course. I mean, there's nothing really else for me to do. I know that's who I want to be with. I know that's the mother of my child, and I love the healthy home, and it's great for me.
Don't rush it.
Oh, definitely not rushing
Took
it.
me 16 years.
You know what's so crazy? They
Oh,
trying to rush
Lord.
me. The whole
I'm
family
not trying to rush you.
my
She's
child.
amazing.
If you watch Growing Up
Right.
Hip Hop, right, they got a lot of people give me advice about it, and you got to hear what Master P tells me. So that's why I say make sure you watch the show because it's funny.
What did he
know?
tell you? You didn't even tell me.
Opposite stuff of what y'all be trying to tell me. That's all I'm
Opposite.
What
saying.
are you waiting on, though? I'm going to tell you what's going to hurt you when your daughter comes. Oh, you got a daughter?
Yes,
When your
a
daughter comes to you
two-year-old
and
daughter.
says, why y'all don't have the same last name?
I'm
Well, I mean,
not
mommy
really
don't have
waiting
the
on
same
anything. I think it'll happen soon. It's just I've been super busy lately, and then it's just like I just want to make sure that we are in the perfect space.
That's the same excuse I was making.
Oh, come
But
on,
nothing
Shaq.
is going to ever be perfect.
It's not gonna take you
exact
16
excuse.
years though, right?
It ain't gonna listen. It ain't gonna take me 16. I'm on 9 years right now.
rush now?
I think it'll be soon. It won't
Now is
be 16
the time.
years. It
Just
won't-
do it. God honors marriage, right?
Yes.
So
That's
the
true.
union. So if
Here's
you
my
get
thing.
married, it's
I
perfect.
said I'm gonna get married. I just said it won't be tomorrow.
All right. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Are
would
you gonna,
get
are you gonna have a
married.
big wedding?
It's all on her. I don't really care about.
I'm
that.
gonna talk to her.
It's
I want
all
it to
for
be
the
big.
woman.
Yeah, I don't care about that stuff.
How has fatherhood changed you?
Oh my! This made me so much more mature. It's made me like when I told you earlier that nothing can bother me anymore when it comes to critics and people talk. Cause I know I go home to her and I'm her superhero. I'm her dad. She doesn't see nothing wrong with me. She don't see the blogs or whatever you people talk about me. And I'm just her father. So that really made me mature and realize that life is so much bigger than this industry and so much bigger than our careers and what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it now. It just made me look at life so much more. I don't know. Like I guess I'm more older now and grown now, and I look at it in a smarter way, and I don't do certain things that I used to do, and just everything. You know
Did
what
you
I'm saying?
have reservations about like showing your kids on social media because of all the bullying I guess you receive? I hate to call it bullying, but slander you receive.
I don't have any reservations because my daughter is drop dead beautiful.
That don't mean
gorgeous.
nothing to these
So,
miserable people.
Let them be miserable.
They'll still say something bad.
Listen, like once again, stuff don't bother me. We've been under scrutiny since Run's House days. I've been under a microscope since 15 years old. That's why I went through so much stuff I went through because I was under a microscope as a teenager doing teenage stuff, and I'm in the media. So it's like, all right, he gets locked up for weed. Any other 17-year-old can get locked up for weed, and it's a regular thing, right? But JoJo Simmons got locked up for marijuana when he was 19 or whatever the case may be. So it's the biggest deal in the world, and it's on TMZ, and it's over here, and you guys are talking to me about it. And so that's how it's just different. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
get locked up for weed and turns into JoJo. Do you have a drug problem?
Exactly. Exactly. JoJo, are you a crackhead? You done lost all that weight. Are you doing drugs? Like, so it's
Well,
like,
things. Speaking of that, things got really real on the show with Boogie, and you guys actually had to do an intervention with him. That was a real situation, right? That I'm sure was hard for him to play out on TV.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's really hard for him to deal with that being public. And, honestly, we just wish him the best. And, I don't know, we just give him a lot of support through everything he's
Boogie
going
good,
through.
man. Boogie good.
Yeah.
He's good now.
For sure.
He good. I spoke to him every day.
Okay, that's good. Now let's discuss you and Romeo.
What's
Because
there
it
to
seems like
discuss?
unanimously people really want y'all to be together.
I know. I don't know why. I mean, I've known him for quite some time, but like we're not
It
together.
seems like you like him though. Like
He's cool. Like I have nothing bad to say about Romeo. Like he's a super cool person, smart, love his family, but like it's just, it's not there. Like
Why you fronting on your soulmate, Angela?
I'm not
Everybody
fronting
thinks
on
that's your
him.
soulmate.
That's the thing. People on my thing, they telling me, marry him. I'm like, y'all don't gotta marry him and live with him. It's me.
Listen,
so you don't have chemistry, you think?
There's probably natural chemistry. I won't like deny that, but
there's
marriage
a whole
is
lot
a
of
big,
chemistry
it's a
between
big,
them.
it's a
Every
big thing to
time
do.
they get in a room
I'm a
together.
brother, and I'm telling you, there's a whole lot of chemistry between them.
So that's the one you would want her to be with?
I don't
Jojo?
want to be with nobody.
I wonder
She be by
about that.
herself.
Yeah, I wonder about that. Like when they come to you with relationship advice, is it hard not to hate on the guy? Because you don't want nobody with your sister.
I just try to take it as if you're happy, I'm happy. But the thing with me is, they don't tell me anything. The guy could go cheat,
Purposely.
or the guy could do something crazy, and JoJo finds out 6 months later.
Well,
I
Jojo,
don't
would you
find
rather
out.
see her with Romeo or Yo Gotti if you had to pick?
Neither, honestly.
If you had to pick one.
I was about to say, check the
if I had to
vibes.
pick one, I love Gotti, and I don't want to sound like I'm not picking Gotti, but Romeo is a little safer, I think, right now. Gotti's kind of in the streets, and I don't know what Vandler should be. I don't know.
If you and Yo Gotti did a song together, like, yo, I got a verse.
I love Gotti though. Like Gotti is cool, and Romeo's cool, and Bow Wow's cool. They all cool.
Bow Wow.
What
Where
do
the
you got to
hell
do
Bow
with
Wow
anything?
Because every time
Bow
I think of
Wow,
Romeo,
yeah.
I think of Bow Wow for some reason.
Now, how are you okay with the
It's been
fact?
that since we
Hold
was
on.
kids.
How are you okay with the fact that Bow Wow broke her heart over 20 times? That's interesting.
That's a question for Angela, honestly.
Jojo, you bought Bow Wow.
Right,
I did
you're
not
the
even
one
bring
that
this
brought
man
it
Because
up.
they said, who would I rather see you with? And I'm like, now I just start thinking about all the guys. I'm like,
You just
Romeo and
added
Bow Wow.
You
Why
added
did you
an
add that
answer.
layer?
Yeah,
For
you
what?
added an answer to the multiple
I
choice
had to,
question.
because we promote Growing Up Hip Hop, and he's on the Atlanta one.
Good one, JoJo.
Did that shout out Gotti gave you work? Did y'all go on a date or anything? Did you?
No, I've seen him before. I see him around, but
Yeah.
we've never been on a date.
Watch the show.
We've never.
Y'all went on a date on the show?
Watch the show.
It comes up. It comes up.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What other challenges have y'all faced growing up with the cameras rolling?
I guess just having a normal teenage life. Like he said, you don't get that anymore because everyone's looking at you. When you're in the club, when you're in the streets, wherever you're at, there's always somebody that's gonna go back and tell, and especially because you're on TV. So I feel like,
And then everyone always forms their own, like, not even opinions, their own facts about you and, like, what we go through and, like, think that everything is so perfect just because
They do be
we've been
thinking
on
that.
TV. Like, we face challenges like everybody else every single day. And honestly, to get to our goals, we might have to work a little bit harder because of where we come from. People going to expect more from us. We got to be like unicorns when we walk into a room over, like, the average person walking in. People want more. So we actually have to work a little bit harder. So that's a misconception people have about growing up hip hop, is that things are handed to us on a silver platter, and that's not always the case.
Yeah, look, to touch on that though, you got to think about it. You come from where we come from, it's bigger shoes to fill. Now, say you come from just normal and you could just go it out and just go do what you got to do, and nobody's gonna be like, you failed and your parents is this, so now you ain't good. If you're just somebody that's just out here doing this, like, you're trying. That's what's up. You're trying, but when we're trying,
it's prejudgment.
and we're failing.
basically.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Before
You
we
get where I'm
No
coming
room
from?
for that.
None.
No room for that, for mistakes.
You think it's because not only is your father run, but he's a reverend. You think it's because of that?
That
too?
adds a nice
That adds
layer.
a-
And I also think
Adds more.
because of our uncle too. I think the whole family is just so successful, as in like our uncle and our father. So it's like it's so much to live up to. It's like, all right, your father's Reverend Run, your uncle's Russell Simmons. What y'all got?
What you got?
What
Yeah.
you got? What you got to show me?
What you bringing in
Are
here?
What
there
do you
things
bring
they
to the
wanted
table?
you guys to discuss on the show that you felt like was too touchy? Like even talking about Russell.
That
and
for sure. We
His
didn't wanna
host.
touch
Did they
on that.
want you guys to kind of discuss that on the show?
I think a show wants you to discuss everything you got.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know everything. I mean, I feel like we do a good job at, protecting what's personal, because you gotta have a little bit of protection. You can't just share everything. So of course there's always that, but there's limits of what we will and won't talk about.
When it comes to the Me Too movement, I always say I don't want to discredit the alleged victim, and I don't want to discredit the alleged accuser either. So how did y'all handle that as women, being that your uncle, the great Russell Simmons, was accused?
I think it's just stepping back. Like the situation is gonna be what it's gonna be. We know our uncle, we love our uncle, we support our uncle, and we're not getting in between it. You know what I mean? Like, hands
At
up,
all.
I'm not in between it. I don't know what's going on. and I love my uncle, and that's it. You know what I
grown
mean?
up
Supporting
business.
I
him.
got stuff coming out from '91. I was 1 year old in '91. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like.
I think
like
it's
said,
shaky. It's
we
grown
riding,
folks' business. You
but
just stay
you know
out
what I'm
of
saying?
it.
That's
I'm not
stuff
about
that
to
we
be
not
involved.
involved in. You know what I'm saying? That's whatever's going on is going on. But that's you already know. You know, there's a lot of that going on right now, and it's hard to tell who's telling the truth. And I'm not just saying him. I'm saying just everybody that's been going, like in general. It's like hard to tell if the woman's telling the truth or if maybe she's not, or maybe she felt. You know what I'm saying? It's hard in this day and age right now with everybody just coming out like, well, this happened to me and this. So it's like it's hard. But
Well,
we support
Vanessa,
it.
Angela, have you guys had any experiences yourself personally with anything happening in this business?
I personally have not. I think people respect my dad and my uncle too much to ever even try
Not really.
anything.
If
So
it was any slick stuff, then you just kind of, I think I would have just like threw it over my head and not even
Went over your
realized.
head,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because I'm not about letting nothing go down. And if it was to, like, if something was to happen, we would definitely speak up.
yeah, I've
Right,
never
'cause
been
it wasn't anything
disrespected.
too aggressive or blatant.
Right,
Yeah,
you'd be like,
it was-
okay, maybe that comment was slick, but I'm gonna let you slide with that, and then keep it moving. You know what I mean? But nothing where I'm gonna be like, hey, but I'm gonna address it immediately.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to let years go by. I need to go to my dad, whoever, immediately, and let them know what's going on.
Because it's interesting, you do see a lot of powerful women coming out and telling their
And it's
stories that
honest.
you would never think.
Yeah, it's honest and it's vulnerable, and I respect it because there are a lot of other women who go through that. So the people who are being honest, there are other women who need to hear that so that they could speak up. So I'm not, I just kind of am a part and back up.
Is it hard not coming to the defense of your uncle though? Like when you see certain things, when they calling him a rapist and stuff like that.
It's
like,
hard to see that kind of stuff.
I scroll by
but
it.
like I scroll by
I see
fast.
Russell Simmons. I don't want to see that.
All right.
I don't want that kind of energy or vibe on my family.
It's hard to see,
keep
but at the end of the
positive
day, like we support him wholeheartedly, and
100%.
like I said, like there's some things that's just grown folks' business, and that is just one of them.
I just don't want this to ruin his legacy of all he's done. And
No,
he
and
hasn't
he's
just
done
done
so
stuff
much.
in hip hop. He's done philanthropy work, and he's got
All the
laws
time.
passed, and he's done so much that y'all can't forget. Russell Simmons is Russell Simmons. So I just don't want people to forget because of these rumors or whatever's going on that who he is and what he's done for a lot of people.
And the cases got dismissed, right?
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
one that got dismissed.
But
I've seen a couple.
nobody hears that. You know what
Nobody
I mean?
cares about that because
Because
once it
bad
comes out
news,
that
that's what
you
they gonna
did
talk
something,
about.
that's what's out and that's who you are. And that's why I said let's not ruin his legacy with something that's
course not.
probably not even true. You know
Well,
what
no,
I'm
we
saying?
can't discredit. We don't know what's true. You can't say
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
we don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's willing to lay on that sword because he told me once, he was like, look, don't defend me about anything. He was like, because I don't want to get in the way of this great movement that women have going on. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty
Honorable.
big. Yeah, honorable.
Definitely.
Now, what made you stop rapping, JoJo?
I've been stopped rapping. My name is stop rapping. You, the world. Nah, I'm kidding. You're a fool. Listen. You're a fool.
I'm the only one.
Listen. Nah. What made me stop rapping? I started my own record label, and I develop artists now, and I have a team of writers, a team of
I
producers.
told you to do that from the
all
beginning. You
I
should have
always
been
wanted
Russell.
To, I always wanted to
Diggy
do
should have
it.
been Ryan.
But when you have a passion, like I said last time, when you have a passion for something, you're not gonna tell somebody. You could tell me I'm whack 30 times, and I'm still gonna go in the studio and record a verse because I have passion for making music. Even if I don't drop the stuff, stuff I don't drop, but I just like making music. Like I grew up in music all my life. My father's run, my uncles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love making music. I still to this day will make music. I might not release it, but I'll make it. You know what I'm saying? But now I've really stepped back into the boss role, and like I said, I develop artists. Now I have an artist named Jacob Santana from New York. He's a young boy, and I'm just really into developing artists now. I have a daddy brand now because I'm a father. It's called Daddy Committee, where it's like a lifestyle brand. I make like clothes, but also I make bags for like for dads, because most of these baby bags be like pink and like kind of girlish when you have. So I'm
That's
making
real.
bags for dads. Yeah, I'm making bags for dads to go out with
just
their
so you
child. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like I'm really just fell back and kind of tried to do the mogul role. You know what I'm saying? I rap. Dame told me the real. He was like, rap ain't no money in rap, man. And I was like, you kind of right. You know, there is money in rap, but it's just really, it's a stepping stone to do other things. As you see Jay-Z and Dame and my uncle did. They did that, and then they went and did clothing lines, and they went and did other things, and you know what I'm saying, and websites and just everything.
Cookies.
So, exactly. Cookies and stuff like that, and everything. And socks with his dog on it and stuff like that.
I wanted to pick your mogul mind, and I want to ask your sisters, when it comes to Diggy, do you think Diggy got too much fame too fast, and he kind of like, he didn't want it?
I don't think he didn't want it. I don't really know. I think Diggy good still. Like,
Yeah, he's in a good
like,
position.
He's
Pacing
like
himself.
the man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what a lot of people don't understand about Diggy. Diggy been the man since a baby.
Even
Like,
tempered, calm, just
bro, like
doing his thing.
Everything he's ever tried in life, he succeeded at. Diggy used to want to skateboard. He'd be kick flipping through the crib.
He
you know
was.
What I'm saying?
So
when he
true.
was done with skateboarding, I remember the day he came to me and said, "I want to rap." I said, "All right, let's do it." Let's get you popping. And he dropped it, and Diggy Simmons, you know what I'm saying? So everything Diggy ever did, he's successful in.
Very
So
true.
I say like,
and he's doing acting right now.
and he's
so
doing
proud
he's
of
on
him.
Grownish right now.
So
Like,
proud
you know
of
what
him.
I'm saying? So he's killing it right now, man. Shout out to Diggy, man. I love my little brothers.
Was it a lot of pressure growing up as the child of a reverend?
Our dad didn't make it too hard on us.
Yeah, they like we were raised where it wasn't too. They didn't make it feel like pressure. I mean, other people can make it feel like pressure, but it was cool. I think
like
the
a
best
cool
part is
reverend.
like, yeah,
he's
like,
real cool.
our
I
family-
was the first boy I'm named after him. I had pressure.
Sorry, so
Pressure.
maybe your
What's
answer
this
might be
52
different.
Savage? Pressure. I had pressure.
But not all pressure is bad pressure, you know? Some pressure is good pressure. It makes you stronger. Like,
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
makes a diamond.
Made
so.
me who I am today, and I thank
Yeah.
my father to this day. He's the greatest father in the world.
He is.
Because he made us so strong, and he made us strong-minded for this cruel world. Because this world can be very cruel if you're not strong enough to deal with it.
And he also let us know that we could do whatever we want. Like, I remember I was dancing in some play, and he was like, if you want to do that, I'll support that. If you want to be a doctor, I'll support that. Whatever it is that you want to do, I'm a support.
That's
you don't
why I
have to
started
be in this
rapping for so
industry.
long.
You don't have to film.
Jesus Christ.
We didn't have to be on the show
He was
Run's
supporting
house.
it.
None of
He
it.
wanted to support us in anything that we always wanted to do. So, and he's
Exactly.
still that same exact way.
And that's
Yep.
what I'm going to do for my child is like, whatever you want to do, let's go. You know,
Right.
and I love that. That made me just be open. Like, I can do whatever you mean. I can paint. I can, okay. It was great.
Where'd y'all get that sense of humility, though? Because, I mean, y'all grew up rich. But none of y'all act arrogant. None of y'all act stuck up. None of y'all act conceited.
The upbringing. We were never
We have
spoiled,
balance.
spoiled.
Very much so
You know,
balance.
there's kids that are spoiled. We
Okay.
were never spoiled. We were like, it was more
We
like,
were
okay,
spoiled.
everything. We were spoiled, but it wasn't like he dropping $50,000 in your account when you 7. I've seen kids
But what
like
I say
that.
too is that we've had both sides. Like we have balance. Our mother
yeah, and
is
our
a school
parents
teacher,
are not
right?
together, so-
And like so, we have school teacher, and then we have our
Rich.
dad rep, and like so
you
we
had rich and middle class.
Yeah,
right.
basically,
So
yeah.
so you always had a balance, and I think that really helped us. You know, because you get it. You get it when you're around other people. You have friends from everywhere, and it really helps shape us, I would say.
I think that's why a lot of people don't understand me, and they be like, "Yo, Georgia be trying to act this way." I'm from Queens, like I'm
Mom
from,
lives in Queens to this day. Like we go to Queens.
Like people will tell you if you go to, I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I go there and I'm from there, and it's like we have the best of both worlds. So I think that's really what made us so well grounded. It's like I really be there. I still to this day I go to farmers, say what's up to my people, to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that's the reason why.
When y'all was growing up, was it hard to leave that big mansion in Jersey to go to Queens?
No, that's all you knew. You happy. You
My
love it.
pops was so mad at me because I used to run to Queens.
Yeah,
Like,
probably is more exciting.
I used to run to Queens. I used to go to school in Jersey.
I used to be
and
all
on
over
weekends,
Queens,
I used to, you couldn't wait to get to
The
Queens
little
quick enough.
basement
And
parties.
I'd only be there for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to love it.
The culture of it. Angela, what's your DMs looking like nowadays?
I don't know. I try not to look into the ones that are not
Nothing
people I
good?
follow. I mean, I'm sure there's some things in there, but I just mind my business.
There's a
Shout
couple
out to
rappers
our
that
guy-
been up here
Shout
and
out to
there.
our guy Blue Kimball that wants to holler at you. He was telling
Trust me, I
Vanessa.
know.
Blue
What?
from the
Oh, when I
monogamy.
seen him that day?
Yeah.
You trying to holler at you?
I don't know. He
said-
there was a light mention about
You post
it.
tasteful thirst traps on your Instagram.
Tasteful.
Thirst
Bro.
trap.
So wait,
I
hold
tried
on,
to
Jojo.
go
You said,
Bruh.
Jojo, you
I
said
would hope
some.
so, bruh.
Jojo,
Dogs.
try.
Nicki Minaj posted it one time. I swear to God, I'm scrolling. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, Angela, oh my God. I'm like, what the hell is this? For real. Dogs. I'm this badass chick. No, not say that, but I'm just scrolling through. I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, yo, it's awkward as hell, bro. Imagine I'm in the crib with my girl. I'm like, yo, it's Angela. I'm like, come on, Nicki Minaj, come on. You know I follow you.
The repost of the video from Coach L.
Yes, with you in the water. Oh my God, I was so mad.
Jojo, you said that was some rappers up
That's
here-
'cause there was
some
no
rappers
face
up
at
here
first.
were
There
trying to
was
holler.
no face.
How long did it take you to realize it was her?
Turned
No,
around.
like 30, like 2 seconds, literally. 'Cause she
Yeah,
turned
I
around.
recognize that.
It was like, and then I read the caption and I seen that when I was reading it while I was looking at it, and I seen her name and I'm like, oh shit, man, I was so
He's
upset.
like, gross, I gotta take a shower.
It's the
I feel
worst. It's
disgusting.
gross. Like, stop doing that, man.
I'm
Nah,
minding
nah,
my
man.
business,
Don't be doing
minding
that.
my page.
And that's why you get all them DMs.
So anything,
Tasteful thirst trap.
anything good that you actually would maybe send Vanessa text like, yo, look who hit me. You think I should respond? Like,
Oh, there's always that.
We share all that.
You'd
Yeah.
be like, look at this.
Guys, they
Same-
screenshot
same
y'all.
one.
Just know they
hitting both of
screenshotting y'all
us.
rappers.
no, they do not hit
Yes,
both of
they
y'all.
Oh, they
do.
do it. They show
all
me.
the time, and they don't think that we're gonna have the
is
conversation.
the
like,
dumbest
what?
thing I-
He DM you. Look, same DM 3 months ago.
I guarantee you, somebody gonna watch this interview and be like, "Damn, I just did that." I promise you.
That's idiotic.
That is kind of nuts to
can't
shoot your
have
shot
both.
at sisters.
I've seen it multiple times.
And then on top of that, she's in a relationship. So like, wait,
Right.
And everybody knows it too, so it's like you're not getting a response.
They
You're
still
not even
try, though.
opening it.
it's like it's worth
They
the try.
definitely still
What if
try.
it's somebody good? You're not even a thank you, like thank you, but I'm in a
What am I gonna say?
leave
I'm not
that-
even
but I'm in
gonna
a
open it
relationship.
because
Just
they're
sitting there.
gonna try to keep the conversation going. I don't want it.
Y'all really like the real life Huxtables. Like you like Sandra, got you an Elvin, and then Angela's Denise, JoJo's Theo.
Deal.
He might be dyslexic, but we not sure. Why do y'all think people put so much stock in the opinions of social media? Like it's weird to me that people care what strangers think so much.
I don't know why people care. I definitely learned not to care.
You have
I'm
to
telling
teach
you.
yourself though. You got to train yourself not to care. Because at
I'm
first,
telling you,
it's hard.
once Daddy gave me that one speech, that one time, I was like, "You are right. I am good. I don't care about nothing any of y'all saying."
What was the speech?
Like, it wasn't even a long speech. It's like I was going to Miami like frequently, a lot, and paparazzi would catch me at the nastiest angles. I'd be like, I don't even think I look like that. Cellulite, whatever, right? And so, I mean, this is when Media Takeout would put up a bunch of like mean stuff, and like one day I was just so down. I was like, man, this sucks. Like, why are they attacking me over my body? And like I called my dad about it, and he was like, Angela, you have to think about this. In the whole world, 100,000 people maybe are looking at this. And I'm like, dang, like in China, they ain't thinking about me. And these other countries, they ain't thinking about me. Like there's so many people in the world. Why would I care about these little bit of people that are looking at me?
Because they might all be in Jersey.
Forget about them. So in my head, I'm like, forget about it. It's like if you're this much of the world, this
Right.
little bit, why do I care
I
what you
always
think?
say,
And then people forget about things right away anyway.
Right,
Like
the
5
next thing
minutes
comes
later.
up,
days, yeah.
it's over. So
Not
then
even
after that, I was
2
like,
how do you? But my whole thing is, how do you? I mean, I understand how people get upset about comments, but these people don't know you from a hole in the wall. So
or they do, they make private pages
Yeah,
and
they
just
don't
write
know
stuff.
They don't know you. How do you get mad at somebody that don't? Because you know what's so crazy? I'll meet people and they be like, "Damn, man, I wish people really knew who you really were." Because they'll hate on you, but they knew who you were. Like they would love you, man. But it's just so it's like you got to think about it like that, man. If this person that's hating on me, because most of the time a person will comment and say some hateful stuff, you comment back like, "Nah, I didn't mean that, man. I love you. I just wanted to comment
That's
back,
true.
bro."
They do.
And they be like, "Oh,
Because
this
they
is
want
corny."
attention. They think the only
That's why I
time
don't
we
even bother to
respond-
respond to
That's
that
why I
stuff.
say, man,
The
half the
hate.
time those people love you. They just want to comment and they know that
No, but it be so low
only
down,
bad
them
stuff gets
comments.
replied to. Good stuff don't get replied to because we get it all day. So when that one sore thumb sticks out, we like, well, F you then. And they're like, see, I got to answer. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I didn't
even
answer
respond.
nobody that said nothing good, but the one person.
Did that give you any body issues, Angela?
I had, growing up, like, honestly speaking, when I was younger, I grew up kind of like thicker and they were always small. And I always felt like I'm big. Like, I didn't embrace like my curves because I was so young. So like I kind of had a little journal I would write in and I would always be like, I think I look like this. And I had like a little diagram and I would draw this big person and then draw myself skinny, like draw the person I want to be skinny. And it was like, I had body issues. Growing up, I was concerned that I was fat. And I was like, I just feel fat. Always had that conversation. Yeah, like I would cry about it. And I would feel like everyone around me was smaller and it just didn't get it. And then like it took me to like move to LA when I was probably like 19 or 18 or whatever.
That'll give you more body issues.
So no, when yeah, right.
them people
But
tryna-
when I got there, I learned that I'm in control of my body, right? So if you don't like something, you can just change it by working out. And I met a trainer out there, Mike T, and I worked out day in, day out to the point where I got super small. My mom was like, you need to eat. And then like I just learned how to figure it out. Like I was like, okay, just work out, eat right, you good. So, but I definitely grew up with body image issues.
And you embrace your curves now.
I'm good. I
And
like
that's why
it.
Yo Gotti rapping about you. That's why JoJo looking at you
I'm
on the
good.
gram.
Oh man, don't make it
Come
that
on
way.
now, don't make it sound like that.
way.
Now,
Stick to
you
the
know
Yo
what I-
Gotti and the 3 songs he made.
You know what I always wanted to know? What is this connection with Industry on Blast?
I don't know
I don't
who
have
that
no
is. I don't know
idea.
who
Who
runs
is
that
that?
page.
Hilarious
so
to me because
People
they
stay pinpoint us and saying it's ours. I'm like, I don't have time in a day to run something like that. Like that is.
I stay seeing them too. I don't even know who that is.
They
They-
tried to say
they
it was
report on y'all a
ours.
lot?
People
They
say
post
all
us
the
a lot.
time that we run the page.
No, they said we run it. Yeah, and I
They're
don't.
like, I know you're doing these posts, Vanessa. I'm like, what are y'all talking
They
about?
literally will come
They got
on your
quite
page
some
and say,
followers,
"You
too."
doing the pages,
You
the
do
stuff on
it.
Industry on Blast." I'm like, I don't even know. I didn't even know
Because they
about
post
the page.
nice things, so they're like, oh yeah, so you know that's them running the
They
page.
doing it on purpose.
Right,
Whoever's
so
running it, they're
it's kind
feeding
of.
into
Do you
it.
think it's funny or is it annoying?
love it.
Sometimes I laugh at it, but sometimes I get annoyed when there's people really in comments like, I know this is you, Vanessa. And I'm like,
Yeah.
when do I have time to do that?
Like you at home blogging, right?
yeah, just on my phone all the time.
Why? Just
Not
because they
all.
post positive stuff about y'all?
I guess
No,
because
they're
they
not
be
really being
no, because they be
positive.
writing like cousin and like when they talk about us, like our cousin. This is our cousin today. I don't know. It's like weird sometimes.
It's very weird.
I don't really follow, but sometimes I see it pop up in my feed and I'm like, what?
Anybody with the last name Simmons think they're our cousin. Yeah, I'm your cousin.
You never know. You got cousins out there.
All right, so Growing Up Hip Hop, JoJo, when does it come on?
Thursdays, 9 p.m., WeTV. Make
How
sure
many
you see
seasons has it been so far?
It's 4.
That's great. I remember when y'all first started the show, we didn't know how it was gonna go, and
it's developed a lot.
They added me this
so
season.
awesome. Yeah.
But you the EP, right, Angela?
Yeah, like I developed it from scratch, went, pitched it to came up with the whole concept, and it's developed a whole lot.
Put your boo Romeo on.
I
Get
did.
a nigga a job, you know what
Bow
I'm saying?
Wow
There
a
you go.
spinoff.
I don't got.
Nigga
I'm
said
not-
Bow Wow.
You look out for all your babes, Angela. Angela looks out for all her
I didn't
babes.
say that. I didn't say that.
Next is Growing Up Memphis.
Ooh, God, you about to get a show too?
I'm not playing with y'all.
Wow. It's the Simmons clan, man. JoJo,
Yeah.
Angela, Vanessa,
yeah.
thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us.
It's the Breakfast Club.